What's up, everybody? Welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. Happy holidays. My familiar says happy holidays. I see his eyes glowing from over here. Jinx is a serious man. You could be dealing with a serious man, or you could be a serious man. I'm hearing specifically Cancer, Leo, Taurus. Okay, those placements prominent to you or somebody close to you. Take the energy how it resonates. You know, it could be about you or somebody you know. But it's like Leo, Cancer, Taurus. Yeah. Something about the 10th house, the 9th house as well. Something is like coming to there's like a big transformation for these placements is what's happening. Big transformation, like huge cycles ending, long cycles ending. And it can be very liberating and or very uncomfortable, like extremely uncomfortable, this change that's coming. It's like a really, yes, it's a lesson, but it's like a deep growing pain, you know. It's like, but it's not growing pains like something normal, you know, that like kids experience when they get new teeth or they're growing taller. It's like something else. Like, it's almost like, okay, they're showing me. So I saw the movie Wicked, y'all. I don't know if everybody saw that or saw the play, but there's a part in the movie where Elphaba reads like this unspoken language, this forbidden language that no one knew except her. Like it was in her DNA. And it started to change the chimps that they had. It gave the chimps wings. But it's like, even though it was evolving them, right? The chimps were very uncomfortable. It was painful to go through this transition. It was unnatural even for them to go through this transition. And they were very confused. They was like running amok. They didn't know what was happening to them, but it was like obviously kind of destined for them to evolve. You know, like they essentially, whether they realized it or not, the evolution probably helped them, improve them in one way, shape, or form, right? Like, I mean, think about it. If you grew wings today, how much would that benefit your life? Like, almost so much so that you would like forget the pain that you had to go through for this change, you know? Even if it meant like not just the physical pain, but like the way people treat you or look at you like alien, you know, like, oh my God, what's that? Why are you like this? Why do you do this? What is that growing out of your back? Like, you know, something like that is happening for someone. Like, and it may look foreign or alien or weird to other people, and it may be painful and uncomfortable, this transition, this transformation, but ultimately it's your evolution and it's going to be beneficial for you going forward. Okay. All right. More channels. I feel like that's enough, but they're still chatting. You can meet somebody whose name starts with a P. I don't know what that's about, but I'm getting P names, like male or female. But first I heard Paul, then they said Paulina, so it could be whoever. Like any P name: Paul, Paulina, Patrice, Peter, Pedro, Patty. So it could be a last name too, like Podrick, Peterson, Perry. I don't know why. Something about a P and the planet Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, is it not? It is. So that makes sense with everything that I just said. Okay. Let's get some cards, y'all. This is a collective message. Please take only what resonates. Don't force it to fit. If it don't feel right, it's not for you. If it do feel right, if it makes sense, if you catch yourself like, yeah, nodding your head, or if you just think I'm cute or something, give me a thumbs up, okay? Write a comment, do something like that. If you don't like it, it's cool. Move on. Share it with somebody else if you feel like it's their story. Yeah, there's a lot of healing going on. Now, this came out in reverse, which I don't normally care to see an oracle in reverse, but I'm being compelled to say, like, this could be, again, that uncomfortable feeling that maybe doesn't, because it came out in reverse, like, maybe something don't want to heal. This is dumb cabinet slamming. That's my cat searching for food. He's being funny. Don't believe the cat's bullshit. He's not starving, but he wants attention. Somebody could want attention too, like real fucking bad. That's on brand. But moving forward, it's like somebody is really, there's this transformation, a deep transformation where you're really recognizing something for the first time. Now, when I got the 9s and the 10s, what I feel is that what happens is some of you are at this point where you have already recognized what it is. And so you've already undergone this transformation. You already have these wings. But it's uncomfortable. You're still trying to get your bearings. You're still trying to learn how to fly straight, how to take off, how to sort of allow the wind to lift you. The wind beneath my wings ass energy. That's a song. A really old song. Who sang this song? You are the wind beneath my wings. I think that's Vanessa Williams, if I'm correct. Let me know. I could be wrong. I'm old, but I ain't that old. But yeah, my body's not that old. Got you. Heard you. Got you. Anyway, moving forward. There's like, yeah, it's like some of you are at that point. Like the 10s are at that point. Y'all got the wings. Y'all practicing flight. Like, you know, you trying to, whatever. You trying to deal with people saying, oh, look at Deirdre. Like, oh, you have wings or whatever. Something like that. And others of you, you don't got the wings yet, but like, you know something's about to change. Like you've already identified this thing that is going to be the catalyst for your transformation. But you're like in a different phase. You're like in the phase right before you get these wings. And I feel that some of you are afraid. It's almost like you're afraid to heal. You're afraid to change. You're afraid to grow. Because it's unknown, right? You could be getting very strange dreams. A lot of this is coming through your dreams. Wings. You see that? This lady's dreaming in the clouds, and there go the guardians. The messengers, the guides, the angels, the what have you, bringing these messages forward, carrying these messages towards you, to you. But there's like this refusal to follow for some of you, or not a refusal, but a hesitation. Let me tell you something about the analysis paralysis thing. And I had this conversation with someone earlier. Something about crickets is relevant right now to the sounds of crickets. But sometimes you have to come out of your mind. You got to get out of your mind. Right? I said that to somebody earlier. And of course they tilted their head at me like, because we're so used to saying the banter, right? The vernacular, the natural vernacular, like, oh, this bitch is out of her mind. This nigga lost his mind, whatever, right? This person just, they out of their mind. And that looks insane, right? Insanity. Things look crazy. The truth looks crazy in a world full of lies. Kanye West. But it's like, you have to be out of your mind in order to do what's uncomfortable, what's unknown, in order to see the big picture. Now, stay with me. I said this to this person because I said, I personally have unlocked this, like, and I'm sharing it with y'all now so that maybe it'll touch somebody else. Maybe some of you say, this bitch done lost her mind, but fuck it. And others of you will be like, that makes sense. And that's who I'm talking to. You're all right, Griffin. You make sense with that, right? Listen, hear me out. When I was crashing out, right? Because we've all been there at one point or another, particularly around my emotions, right? Because I was in a situation where I was obviously very invested and way more emotional and in love and all this other things than my counterpart at the time. And it was driving me insane. It was driving me insane. Thank God not to a dangerous level. Spirit saved me from that. But the lesson had to be had regardless. But I had to step out of my mind. I pay attention. Again, it's whoever gets it is for you. Whoever don't, fuck it. Disregard. But I had to step out of my mind. I had to get out of my mind. I had to come out of myself so that I can look at myself and the situation like an unbiased outside third party. You understand? So that I can look at it from a point of view, from a perspective that wasn't my own. Because my own perspective, when we're in the middle of something, when we in our heads about something so severe, when we fucking 9 of swords in and 8 of swords in and just devil energy cards, right? I'm speaking like tarot cards. When we're doing that to ourselves, when we're imprisoning ourselves in our fucking thoughts, we cannot make rational decisions. We cannot look at things clearly. We cannot make sense of what's in front of us. And so I had to go out of my mind to see that you look crazy. Like, this don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, this is not adding up, the math not mathing. And I sat out there for a minute, just isolated, like in a place where, okay, now I'm in another realm, I'm in another dimension. I'm in a place where the material can't touch me. The 3D is irrelevant. Only spirit can catch me here. Now that can be a very tricky place to be when you're in that void, because you kind of in open territory. Anything can come and go, and that's kind of where it was at. I wasn't in a place of super ascension yet. Not at that moment. And so I stood there until I got the clarity that I needed. Not too long, because nothing too much of something ain't good, right? But by the time I came back, I was able to say, okay, this is what has to happen, and shit changed. Period. I wasn't, because I was out of my mind. You understand? The thing about stagnancy, analysis paralysis, just stuck, codependent, whatever it is, you know what I mean? That shit is not of a divine magnitude. It's just not. The unknown, the scary, the moving forward, that is the divinity, right? The devil wants to keep you stuck, for lack of better words. The darkness wants to keep you stuck. And while darkness is okay, again, remember I said that void, you need to have a balance. You cannot just be diving off into the abyss. That shit is a black hole for real. How you gonna get back out of there? You see what I'm saying? So some of you you're in your head too much. You too in your mind, and that's what happens. The mind is a very powerful thing. Yes, it is. It's one of the most powerful tools that God gave us in this form, in this body, on this dimension, right? In this dimension, in this realm. It's one of the most powerful tools we have, if not the most powerful tool we have in this realm. But it can also become, like, you can imprison yourself, like, real bad. You know what I mean? Like, I had a well, she's a dear friend as well, but I had a client recently come to me, and, she swore that there was, like, spell work being casted upon her. And I've been doing this for a lot of years. I know spell work when I see it. you know, and it was none of that, you know, and I know that was probably very shocking to her. And it's not to say that divine energies were not at play and otherworldly energies were not at play, because they were, but nobody sent this to her. Nobody cursed her with this. This was self-inflicted, whether knowingly or unknowingly. She was putting herself in these energies and allowing these energies to latch on to her in a way that they got comfortable and they stood around, you know, and because she was so concerned, so preoccupied with those things that were happening to her physical body and those experiences she was having in the 3D with other people, she lost complete sight and complete control of what was happening to her spiritually. And she had to like come out of her mind. You understand? And you know, things are working well for her now. I'm glad. You know, she's like that 9. She already knows, she's already identified it, but the wings, they gonna come, okay? And it's like some of y'all got your wings and some of y'all don't. Okay. And a lot of y'all, yeah, this has a lot to do with separation for you. And you know, not just with lovers, but also with just loved ones, right? Family members, close friends. There's a lot of falling out. There's a lot of disconnect. These things are necessary. They're necessary for this growth because, again, some of you have just lost sight. You've been so embedded in whatever the fuck is happening physically that you have completely detached from your divinity, from your higher self, from your ascension process, from your ancestors, from your angels, from God itself. I'm hearing some of y'all ain't been to church, right? I don't know how many people who watch me go to church, but there are some. And if you know you one of them, when was the last time you took your ass to mass? When was the last time you sat and had true conversation? Not just the little prayer before you go to sleep or the little prayer before you eat, which is important as well. But like, when was the last time that you sat down and truly spoke with God? I'll wait. Because some of you have really been neglecting your spiritual conversations, your meditation, your prayer, your check-ins. You got to check in with God once in a while. You know what I mean? Because he's one of those that be like, well, bitch, the phone go both ways. Yeah, right? I think that's a lot of times we ask God for something and once we get it, we forget to talk to that nigga after that. It's like, well, thanks. You know, the first time, like, thank you. And then that's it. Phone line is dead. No more jinx. No more blinging. It's like, damn, my shit dry. Like, God is looking at his phone like, damn, my shit dry. Like, this bitch ain't hit me up in weeks and months and however, like, oh, I gave her a little something. Now she good. She don't need me no more. And that's how I'm hearing it. Like, spirit feels like, damn, the phone go both ways. But, you know, it's like, now you talking up again or you feeling like texting. And some of y'all feel ashamed even to reach out because you know it been that long since you say something to your spirit guides, since you venerate your deity, since you talk to your ancestors, pour them up a drink, something like that. You know what I mean? Or you only talk, and this is okay. You know, I don't want people to think it's not okay to ask God for things. You can always, he wants to hear it. But you know, he also want to hear thank you. He also want to hear I love you. He also wants to hear, hey, just checking in. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be called just when somebody needs something. I still go through that. You know, certain people, the phone only ring because they need something. They need money. They need a reading. They need advice. They need clothes. They need you to say something for them, write them a letter of recommendation. They need, can you watch the kid? It's something. They always need something. But nobody, I don't see a text or nothing for forever. about, hey, just checking in. I hope all's well. You know, few people, yes. I'm not going to say nobody do it, but more people, like 8 and 10 people, when they hit my line for anything, it's because they need something. You know, whatever it is. And it's like, while God loves to see that, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your deity, whatever it is, they love to see you need them because they want to feel needed. But they also want to feel appreciated. They also want to feel venerated. They also want to feel loved, you know? So, I don't know. That's for somebody there. All right. This is a very spiritual message. Yeah. Privileged lady. Woo! Unexpected income. I like that, to see those two together. I feel like something you asked for is coming in, but still remains distant horizon and thoughts. You see that? I feel like this is where your spirit guides. It's interesting to see this. And look, gift is in reverse at the bottom. It's almost like they want to hand you something, but they're also keeping some things back because where have you been? You know, like, it's almost like that. Like, it sounds like, oh man, that almost made me cry a little bit. Like, wow, I felt that deep. It's like, it's almost like God is searching for you, you know? It's like I literally am getting this vision of this giant. I can't see his face, but he's a giant, okay? Very giant being. And he's like walking through, and, you know, he's well above the trees, the mountains. Again, I can't see his face. All I'm seeing is like arms and hands walking through a forest, through rivers, through everything. And it's like they're calling you. He's calling you. Like, you know, I'm hearing it like my name, which, Lord, if I ain't saying enough, let me know. But I swear I talk to these people daily. Daily, we in here talking shit to the point where everybody thinks I'm insane. They think I'm out of my mind, because I am. I spend more time out of my mind than in it, right? But that's how I'm seeing it. Like, Sam, where are you? But I know it's not for me. This is for whoever is I'm talking to, whoever this message is for. It's like, you got God thinking about you. God looking for you. Like, well, hello? Come out. Because, you know, this is an almighty being. They can't see you so easily. They can. But the question is, do you want to be found? Ooh, shit. Throw that up there. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get into some, see what the tarot got. What advice they have for you here. The thing is, they appreciate that you're going through a lot of loss, right? Rejection, loss. Something is very fragmented. I can see that. It's like you're trying to pick up the pieces. You're trying to understand. But understand that whatever it is that is lost, it's lost. It should be lost forever, you know? It needs to be. It's like, it's almost like your spirit guides all took a piece of whatever this is, whatever this upheaval was, this shakeup, right? This breakup, this whatever. And it's like they hid the pieces on separate sides of the world almost so you could never put it back together because it's not meant to be. Whatever this is, and I hate to break it to you, somebody will be pissed off because I know it's not what you want to hear because you're a 9 out of 10, right? You're not ready to close that door. But the reality is, this shit is not meant to be. And if it once was, that agenda has changed. It's like the future has been unwritten in some way. You see what I'm saying? Page of Swords, King of Swords. You see that? It's like exactly what I'm saying. It's like you're going back to this student version of yourself, this studious version of yourself, this place where you're learning, observing, starting over almost. And that can be frustrating because you felt like you were doing everything right. And yeah, you did. You mastered that. It's over now. And you got to start fresh. It's like you got to come out of your mind. You know what I mean? Like, Yeah, when you're sitting in this spot, you know, yeah, it's like you mastered that, Emperor, at the bottom, but you got to start again. What do you think? There's no finish line. That's the thing. That's, you know, like, there's no real finish line. There's finish lines. Yeah, your short-term goals, you're mastering this and that and the lessons, but like, once that's hit, there's something else to learn. There's always something to learn. And if you don't realize that, then you lost already. You already lost the game of life. It never ends. It never stops being a game of progress. You can be comfortable for a little while. You can enjoy what you've achieved for a minute, but then what? Analysis paralysis. What's the next level? What next? You're just gonna sit here? You're just gonna die here in this spot? You only fucking 40? Like, 40 is not a whole lifetime. The hell you doing? What's next? You've accomplished this? Great. What are you gonna do now? You ever see that in, like, when people are like interviewing celebrities and shit, like, oh my god, you've done this, you've done that, what's next? Or when like the boxers win the championship belt, and it's like, damn, what now? What? You just won the fucking world championship. What are you gonna do next? And they always have something else, right? Even if they say like, I'm gonna chill for a little bit, I'm gonna this and that, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kick some more ass, like, or you know what I'm like, it's what's next? Like, you can't just sit here. This is not the end of the line for you. If it was, you'd be dead, right? Yeah. Look at this. Temperance, 6 of Cups to the Star. That's insanely beautiful energy, by the way. Insanely beautiful. But the balance, you know, and that growth again, restarting, child to grown. You see this? These people who grew up together. And I can see this as something that you've always hoped for, perhaps, in a person. Another thing I want to say is, and I'm getting this very strongly, because you got these messages coming in. There's this sweet energy, right? And I know people talk about 6 of Cups being the past, but I'm not seeing it as that. I'm seeing this as new energy, to be honest. I'm an intuitive reader. I'm a channeler. I'm a medium. I gotta say what I'm hearing, right? Not what the fucking cards is talking about. But I'll show y'all for shits and giggles. But there's this new energy, and it's very sweet, right? I like 6 of Cups because it's right in the middle of, like, the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. 2 of Cups is like, oh my God, we're in love, and da-da-da-da-da, we're so compatible, and 10 of Cups is like, oh, the ultimate happiness. But that 6 of Cups, that in the middle, that's like that's the bread and butter. You know, that's like the sweet, like, you're really getting to like know somebody and like, yes, this is my fucking friend, man. This is my soulmate. This is my love. This is like, this work. This is great. You know, it feels really, really good, and it's so balanced, and everything feels reciprocated, and it's like all that you wished and hoped for, right? But I want to say this because 9s and 10s, again, almost there and already there, swag. Stop confusing compatibility. Excuse me. Stop confusing chemistry for compatibility. Okay? And I know that's a hard one. I know people are not... you know, and I hate to say it like that. I don't want to insult anybody, but sometimes the IQ just don't be IQing on a lot of niggas. But it's like, stop confusing chemistry for compatibility. We meet people and the chemistry's right sometimes, and there goes the whirlwind, you know? It's like, yeah, this nigga fine as fuck. Damn, this bitch is sexy. Everything's hitting. Everything's, oh, damn, man, you look good in the light, too. Like, I came out the club, it's breakfast the next day. You still fine? Oh, yeah. It's up. And, you know, maybe the sex is hitting, whatever, and it's like, woo, you think you in love. Because, you know, y'all fucking like insane fucking bunny rabbits for the next couple weeks. And then... anything like you know, when sparks jump that fast, that's exactly what they are, a spark. And it's over, a spark, like a gun. Gun spark when they fire. Don't ask me how I know that, all right? You see the little bang that comes out of it. Smoke, you smell all the sulfur, all that nasty shit, right? But that's it, just like that, it's over. It's not slowly burning or slowly killing or, you know, engulfing. And nah, it's none of that. It's over just that fucking quickly. Because you did not build on compatibility. You built on chemistry. And it's different. Is it okay to have both? Sure. But 9 times out of 10, when you thrive on the chemistry part first, when you riff on that first, it fizzles out quicker than you know. Them flames go up and they burn and they're done. Compatibility is different. Okay, compatibility is that 6 of Cups. It's that getting to know each other, realizing how much you have in common, realizing how y'all can think the same things, finish each other's sentences. A nigga open his mouth and before the words come out, you say it, and vice versa. You know, or you just sitting at work and you're like, damn, I really want tacos today. And then, you know, your friend or whoever it is, they call you up and they like, yo, I'm at the truck. Like, you want the quesadillas or the flautas or like, what happened? And you like, what? Nigga, I literally just said I want tacos. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 coincidences. I'm talking about all the time. It is insane just how fucking relatable you and this person are. That is the quality of connection. That is what you're looking for. And it's what we require in this form. You know, at least if you're a high vibrational person, that is what you're looking for. And it's what's going to come to you. The minute that you realize that you have to come out of your mind, the minute that you realize that I have to do something differently here. It's not working the way you've been doing it. Yeah. That hermit with that 8 of Wands. Some of y'all just going to straight up ignore whatever is coming in because it's coming in from the past and you know better. Others of you are going to bite the bait because you are fucking slow. And, you know, you just, again, you'd rather be a 9 than a 10 right now. And that's cool. You know, your journey. Yeah, but look at that. For the people that I just said, if you decide you're going to go back into this, that's what you're going to be dealing with. Anything from the past, message of concern, thief, bad health, coffin, all right? And with judgment behind that, I would say that 9 and 10, if you are a 9 and you are considering going back in the ring with something from the past, or you giving it a second thought over whatever it is, it ends poorly. It might end, period. I don't think God is going to give you another chance on this. So take that how it resonates. But for those of you who are choosing the righteous path, there's something really nice, main female. There's something much nicer on the side of the 10. Can't play. Gift came out this time upright with wealthy men at the bottom. Man, I'm tired of being right. Okay, let's get some oracle messages and I'm getting the fuck out. I think y'all heard me rant off enough. Think you get it? Angele. Manifestations is what fell out. Right? These are Spanish cards, I know, but I'll read y'all in English. And that's how it goes. You see this? It's like self-imposed imprisonment for somebody. Aprobación en sí mismo at the bottom. It's like, bro, you can have the life you want, but follow the signs into the new beginning. Okay? Follow the divine signs and walk the new path, because that is where you find harmony. That is where you find the balance, the beauty that you're looking for. The beauty that was this outcome here with Temperance, 6 of Cups, and the Star card. All right? Strong Sag, strong Aquarius. Also, I feel like with that being said, between Sag and Aquarius, so from right now to about February of the new year, that's your window, okay? That is your window, which makes sense because, you know, the lunar new year for real is in March, and we're at the end of the year, right? So between the Western calendar new year, which is December, and the actual lunar astrological new year ends in February. So yeah, I would If you a 9, I would try to get to that 10 before spring equinox. And that's all I got for you. Love, light, and abundance.